I've been fumbling all day on my words. Hi, my name is Lisa. You're watching One Lisa Show, and today is going to be a quick waffle. I'm going to tell you I've got a lot of little projects going on, but watch this space on Friday because I'm very excited. I have a project I'm working on, and it is in collaboration with a couple of the other Beyond the Pink Door So Inspired ambassadors, and we're all sewing up something with the same fabric, and we're gonna surprise each other and post on it on here on Friday. So I am actually finishing up my project, and I can't wait to share it with you. But because I don't want to put out 2 videos on Friday, that's my Friday video. Today is going to be shopping my stash and a couple of projects I have in my head and would love to share with you. First off, let me tell you a little bit about a repair that I have. And if you sew, if you craft, if you create, sometimes our creations get hurt and need a repair. And I'm going to be doing a repair. So I've noticed more and more now, and I don't think it's I'm a bad sewist. I don't think it is I have an inferior sewing machine or anything like that. I'm always learning. You know, I consider myself a confident beginner, not advanced by any means. However, we always need a little, things happen. My socks that I have purchased or made sometimes need darning because I want to prolong their life. And sometimes we need to let out a hem, we need to bring up a hem, we need to take something in and let something out. Today, I have a bra that I made that I love, and the underwire broke. So I took it out of the wash, and yes, I put my bras in the washing machine. I think there's a couple I hand wash, but I will tell you, for the most part, even the ones I make that are made out of a beautiful cotton poplin, they go in the washing machine. And I've had this bra, I made this as one of my first bras that I made. I want to say it was like my second or third bra. It wasn't my first. I'm still wearing my first bra and it's amazing. But the wire on one of them came out broken. So I am going to replace the wire, and I think the best thing to do, because when you buy underwires, you buy them in a set. I'm going to replace both underwires because the actual bra itself is still good. The elastic is not worn out. It actually has been holding up considering I wear it at least once a week. This is one of my favorite bras. Is made of a cotton poplin, and it's the orange lingerie. I think it's the Boylston bra. And I made it with cotton poplin, which is not a recommended fabric, but it's so lovely. And then it has bra tulle on the inside, like a cup lining. And I just used what I had on hand, but I really do like this bra, and I wear it, and I feel like it supports me. I'm going to replace the underwires. So I'm going to go through my stash of underwires, and I'm going to replace both. I love the bra. I also want to share a project that I'm working on with my friend Jennifer, who is not a sewist, but she is an entertainer by heart. She likes to entertain. She likes to get people together in gatherings, and she's my friend. And we have a project we've been working on. She saw something online, and I actually saw the same thing, of an ornament pillow. And the sample we saw online, I'll put a link below. The sample we saw online has, I think, pink 3D ornament pillow out of crushed velvet. So I went to my Hobby Lobby and I did find a crushed velvet that could do. And then I looked on Amazon and I also found one there. Here's the one that's like a burgundy. It's more like a wine color. And it is just, it's not really a crushed velvet, it's a velvet. Or a velour kind of fabric. Maybe velour is the word. So I have that. And then the one on Amazon was more of a crushed velvet. And this is very reminiscent of some dresses I've made in the past for myself. So I got a yard of this, and this is a emerald color, and it's very cool. And then on Amazon, I was able to find some silver lame, but this was tissue weight, which I should have paid attention to because it is a little thin for my liking. So as you can see the word of my shirt kind of through here a little. It says blessed. So it is a little see-through, I can see. But this was also pretty inexpensive. I think it was like $6 a yard for this lame. And that would be the topper of the ornament. But that is on my project to-do list. It's a free pattern, so I'm going to insert it here in case anybody wants to download it. I did not create this pattern. We found it online, both of us, the same day. And because we were talking about making a decorative pillow and maybe inviting some people over to sew along with and learn a project. And I think it could be a fun get-together idea. So we're kind of working on that to see how easy that is for a beginner project. And that is on my list for the rest of the week, is to work on that. I'm also trying to destash some of the fabrics I have because I tend to buy these Minerva grab bags when there's a sale. And although I love the grab bags and I've gotten some amazing fabrics from the grab bags, I've gotten denim, I've gotten coating, I've gotten like a wool woven for pants, which I still have to make, or suiting. And I actually have a pattern for that and everything already. And it is the season, it's the time to make the heavy clothes. I've gotten some really cool fabrics from the Minerva grab bags. I've also gotten some fabrics that will work for other people, but there's no point in me holding on to them if I don't need to. So I've been working on trying to destash some of the fabrics I have. I think I have like 3 of them on my Etsy store already. And I figure if they don't sell and I get a bug up my butt and I want to use them, I'll just remove them from my Etsy store before they sell. But right now I'm going through, and this week I'm trying to kind of buckle down because Big Daddy has made a comment on how big my stash is, and I keep getting more fabrics. And I'm going to be ordering a lot more fabric because I have a Christmas project that I'm working on as a gift. And yeah, so I need to order like 7 yards of fabric from Missouri Star Quilt Company, and that's going to be like $100, and I can't hide that. So I'm trying to just go through my stash and start to destash a little. Not a lot, because I have some beautiful, gorgeous fabrics, which, by the way, I'm going to show you one now that I found going through my stash because I have so many fabrics, I don't even know what I have. I'm like, ooh, I forgot I bought that. I bought this last winter. This was from a sale on Minerva. And you'd think I had got it from Beyond the Pink Door, honestly, because it's so cute. And it has the cheetah print, and I'm not a big animal print person, but I'm making something for my mom. It's my special project, actually. On, on Friday, you'll see that. And I came across this in my stash, and it is a brushed French terry. And it's this beautiful, like, teal green, minty teal green. I don't know how else to describe it. Like a light petrol almost. And it has these little cheetahs and the colors, and I just think it is really nice. I know I got it on a super sale when I got it, but I think I'm going to make myself a sweatshirt out of this. I haven't decided yet. It's going to be a hoodie. It's going to be a sweatshirt. It'll be something warm and comfy for the top part of my body. I am hoping there's enough left to make Miss Moneypenny also something matching, because I do like to do that once in a great while, and sometimes I make something and it doesn't fit at all. The other thing I forgot I wanted to tell you about is a project that I did start working on. Oh, let me go get it. Remember a couple of weeks ago I talked about some fabric I had in this really neat vintage pattern, Sewing with Nancy? I'm not against the pattern. It was my fabric choice which I had gotten from Joann's. Putting all my scraps off to the side here. I should have modified it and I should have sized it properly. I actually sized up and did, I think, a large. It's not coming how I want it to. I put piping in because this was 2 pieces. I should have molded them into 1 piece. It's just too bulky. So yeah, it's just too, it's not even too bulky. It's just too big. I went and got a separating zipper. I've never done one of those before. So I got a separating zipper. It was in black. And since the lining's black, I thought, oh, I'll do some piping. And I don't hate it, but I don't love it so far. There still has to be the collar. I have to do all the bias tape on the inside. So as you can see, I have to encase these seams. And then I realized, oh, I probably should have tried to do French seams, but it's probably way too bulky for French seams. So I need to do all this bias tape. And I don't hate it. I just don't love it. It's not form-fitting. And for some reason, I wanted it a little bit more fitting. So I think my sizing is off. And I don't know. It doesn't look like when I'm just standing here, it doesn't look like it is not, it's so big and bulky, but maybe that helps you out. I don't need it this tight either, but this tight would be nice. So I think I'm going to have to go rogue and come in and number 1, take some of this off. And then also come in here. And I tried this on with a long sleeve shirt underneath too, by the way, just so everybody knows. And I'm going to have to cut it myself and maybe follow the lines of the curvature of my body a little bit more, go in a little bit and then come out. And if I move this a little bit back and move my chair out of the way, back up for you, you can kind of see it is just, look at all that. I'm not, see, like just like this, I feel like it's not that bad, but it's not, it's just too big. I need to come in a little bit. So all you wonderful gurus that have been sewing longer than me, you feel free to chime in and put in the box where what I need to do, but I'm thinking I need to take at least a ½ inch off of the side here and take it in. And then just kind of more, come in a little bit more at the waist and then out again at the hips, just to give a little definition. And then I'm going to, this is going to be bias tape, bias bound. So I'm going to take out like 1 inch up here and curve it down in. And then I was going to do the collar. But I want to get the fit down before I even fiddle with the zipper. The zipper was a pain in the butt, by the way, because Michael's didn't sell a separating zipper. I did not see one at my Walmart. My Myers does not have zippers. They have thread and they have a couple of little things, but they don't have zippers. Hobby Lobby had a zipper, but they didn't have a color that matched this fabric. So I went with black anyway, and that's how I ended up with the piping. In retrospect, I should have cut this as 1 piece, and I should have cut the back as 1 piece, not 2 pieces. So that's where I am. I might actually take this down a little bit and trim it. So like track this down a bit. That might fit better then. So we'll see. And see, look, it doesn't seem that bad right now, but I'm telling you, it just feels too much, too bulky for my body. That's been this consumed my weekend. I must have taken out this seam on one of these sides like 3-4 times and redid the piping because I didn't like how it looked. It was so frustrating. that's the majority of what's been going on in my life. The other thing is, out of the blue, I guess having 2,000 YouTube subscribers gets you somewhere. But Amazon reached out and said I qualified to be one of their influencers. So I tried my hand at being an Amazon influencer. I already had affiliate status. So a lot of times if you go in my description box, if it's an Amazon link, that's an affiliate link. And I do disclose that. So I could get like a small commission if you click on it and buy something. And by the way, that I never want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. So if you don't click on my links or if you don't buy, it's fine. Like the amount of commission we're talking is, it's very small. I probably make like $10, $20 a year in affiliate marketing for Amazon. But I thought, you know what? I thought when I got, when they reached out and said, you may qualify for their influencer program. And when you are an influencer, you can post videos on Amazon to review items. And I think I get enough sewing tools. And the thought in my head with no Joann's and my Walmart has dwindled drastically in sewing supplies. Michael's has very little, my Michael's, for sewing supplies. And that leaves me with Hobby Lobby or Waywack or Amazon, or I'm ordering from places like Minerva and Beyond the Pink Door. So there's nothing wrong with that. And I prefer their fabrics by far. Minerva has some interesting notions that are helpful. And so does Andrea at Beyond the Pink Door. She has some really cool notions actually. But when it's like I need a zip, I really don't want to wait a week and a half for the zip to come in from overseas when I should be able to buy a zip locally here. So Waywack will probably be my go-to for things like that. But like I said, I just got that fabric on Amazon. So anyway, long story longer. I thought, okay, so now I'm an Amazon influencer. So I get a storefront. So there's a link now in my description boxes to my storefront where you can see the things that I do recommend instead of having like 12 links to all the patterns and everything like that. If there is a pattern available on Amazon, I'm just going to put the link for my store and then you can go back and see. If the pattern I talk about is not available on Amazon or a tool is not available on Amazon, I'll post in the description box just like I usually do, where you can find it, or if it's not, if it's an out of print pattern like this one is, I'll put that still in there, but I'll have like a quick, here's to my storefront where you can see the patterns that I've gotten before, or I've talked about, or these fabrics. And one of the cool features though, is they have a live. Amazon has live TV. So you can live stream, just like you do on YouTube, you can live stream on Amazon. And so this weekend I made caramel corn. I made it for us, and then I gave some of it to my parents. And I make caramel corn a lot, popcorn. So I thought, oh, I'm going to try that because a lot of what I use, you can buy on Amazon. So I did my very first live stream, and it took like 40 minutes for me to make caramel corn on live. And I had a lot of people looking, and you can still watch that video. It's very weird, and I felt like I was a QVC presenter, so I might do it again. I've done YouTube lives before. I've done Facebook lives before for real estate. This was just felt different, like I was David Venable at QVC, but talking about sewing. Or I could see how Andrea is when she's doing her fabrics on Beyond the Pink Door on Sundays. Like, I get it now. There's this weirdness being live and you're trying to promote a product. And I wasn't really trying to promote a product. I love to bake, and I know that my baking videos don't always go so well on here on this format. But on Amazon, I feel like that could possibly be my outlet to do the baking videos. But I could also do craft videos if I get a lot of those products on Amazon. So like this ornament pillow that I'm working on, all the fabrics that I got from Amazon, if that looks good, I could talk about it and make one on there. So anyway, long story short, that consumed my last weekend. That and this consumed the weekend for me. And now I am trying to play catch up, making other things. I did decide with the fabric I got from Beyond the Pink Doors, Think Pink Box, that beautiful brushed cotton, I am going to make Big Daddy a pair of pajama pants. And I'm looking forward to it. I have some pajama pant patterns for men, and I can't wait to measure him and then try my hand at that. So I think I have an old sheet that has a giant rip in it. So I'm going to use that old sheet, and I'm going to make a mock pair of pajama pants for him, which we think pajama pants should be a quick sew. And I really anticipate it to be quick because I want to get going on the actual product. And sometimes doing a muslin is fun and sometimes it's not. There's a part of me this time of year, I don't enjoy the slow sew. I don't, because I have like, my brain is filled with projects I want to do. And I feel like I have no time to do them. And the worst part is also slow in real estate. So although I feel like I should I have the time, I don't, because I'm spending more time. I see the ring light, sorry. I'm spending more time prospecting for real estate and calling people in my database, like people that were on our website looking at homes that put in information and asked questions or things of that nature. There's a lot of prospecting in sales. And when you're super busy and you have a steady stream of people like, hey, I want to see his house. Hey, can you do an open house on this home that you've listed? And then you meet more people. It's like this natural, you're working, but the prospecting is kind of just happening. And right now I'm a little slower, and that's normal for this time of year. It is a little slower than it is in the summer. So I get antsy and I start calling people, and I'm starting to work on my marketing for next year and make my plans for next year. So it's a lot of desk work, and I don't have enough time in the day because I sleep a lot and I love my sleep. Otherwise I'd be doing my sewing in the middle of the night, and maybe I just need to do that. If I wake up in the middle of the night, go sew and forget about trying to get back to sleep. This morning I woke up at 4. I woke up at 4 this morning, and you know what I did? I doom scrolled till 6:30. Unacceptable. One final thing. I made myself a pledge now that I'm 49 for the rest of the year. Oh, let me tell you how this started. Let me tell you one more thing. This is not sewing related. If you ever watch my videos, I had a necklace that had a cross on it. And it's meant a lot to me. I bought it for myself. Probably 25 years ago. I want to say it was 1998, 1999, somewhere around that time frame. I bought myself a cross necklace. I wear it all the time. I have only taken it off when I've been in the hospital, and it was taken off for me. That necklace has been on my body for at least 25 years. And the chain broke last week. And I can't find the necklace. And it meant the world to me. I still, last night at dinner, I was we're watching Wheel of Fortune, eating dinner, and I went like this because that is just like a habit I've had for so long of my life. It's like touch my cross. Fixed my chain. The chain broke. I lost my cross. What I did that day was I was at home most of the day. I walked Penny in our neighborhood. I took my nieces home to their house, and I got gas. So I noticed the cross broke when I came home from getting gas and taking my nieces home. So immediately we went and worked out in the morning, but then I showered after. Immediately, I went back to the gas station. I have had my sister search her house. I have searched my sister's house. I had multiple people when I was at the gas station, like an hour later. Multiple people, I came back It was an hour after I noticed it was broken and gone, and I couldn't find it in the house. I ran to the gas station. I've looked through my car. I'm scared to vacuum, but I looked through my car. I can't find it. I was in our basement. I looked in the basement. I can't find it. Went to the gas station. The guy at the gas station, the attendant said, nobody turned anything in. Why would they? It's gold, diamonds, and sapphires. And cost me a pretty penny back then when I was in college. I don't even want to know what it would cost today to replace. And it was small, like an inch long. But anyway, I lost it, and it's been heartbreaking, not because of the external value, but the internal value, like to me, like it was part of me. And I hope some of you can relate to that. So anyway, where was I going with this? So I started cleaning the house. I have walked the same path I walk with Penny, like every day with a flashlight, looking in people's yards and looking on the street for this little cross. I have the broken chain. The cross is gone. I checked my bra. I checked everything. And Big Daddy's determined it will just show up, but it hurts. It hurts. So I made a pact to myself to do some extra cleaning every day for the rest of the year. So whether I'm looking for my chain or not, I am focusing on cleaning like the dust bunnies and the parts of the house that we neglect, because there's 2 of us and a small dog, and we have a nice size house. And I'd rather be sewing. He'd rather be in the garage tinkering with his toys and solving problems I didn't know we had. So I've been on this rampage, and I'm doing extra cleaning every day. So I usually have the things I do every day anyway, but now I'm picking one item. So yesterday I cleaned one of the like decorative tables in our dining room that just has like a martini set on it and tons of dust. So I cleaned that. And today I cleaned Penny's placemat really good for her food dish. I cleaned the area around my I cleaned my nightstand and the area of my nightstand, and I vacuumed along the baseboards and all of that. So I'm working on it. So if I do Vlogmas this year, it will be mostly me doing some random weird cleaning in my house. On that note, I hope you do something creative wherever you are in the world today, and maybe a little extra cleaning. You never know what you're going to find, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Please tune in on Friday, and then on Friday there will be a list. I'll probably make a playlist too for all the ladies that participated in this collaboration with the Funfetti fabric. So it should be a lot of fun. All right, thanks again. Have a great day.